Today my guest is John McClelland. John, how are you?
I'm doing great, David. Thank you.
You are an evangelist for Microsoft.
Yes, I'm a partner evangelist based out of Pittsburgh. I work for Microsoft's developer and platform evangelism team. We do have an office here in the Pittsburgh office. I'm the sort of lone representative here in the Pittsburgh market, but happy to be here in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, Pittsburgh's a great city. And you're right now engaged in getting partners involved in this website Spark program, right?
So to step back a little bit,
Sure.
so I'm a partner evangelist, but I've got a long history with Microsoft's DPE organization, as we refer to it. It's a group of evangelists worldwide. We focus on evangelizing Microsoft's emerging platform technology. As a partner evangelist, my audience, as you may have guessed, focuses more centric to the partner organizations, typically the local system integrators, or the what we would call the folks who go out there and build custom dev solutions for our customers. So that's kind of the niche of where I focus, but it's still the same message. It's about driving early adoption of our emerging technology into our partner organizations who see that as a differentiator for their business moving forward. We do offer this program called Website Spark, and it's a derivative of what you may have heard of as BizSpark, which preceded that, which was DreamSpark. Which DreamSpark was the original. DreamSpark was originally for high school kids to put software in the hands of high school students for free. Then we evolved that. We actually extended it to college students, so college students can get Microsoft developer tools for free, okay, to download as part of the DreamSpark program. So we looked at across our market. So we've got our high school and our college kids, and we have our partner organizations that have our Microsoft Partner Network. We have our registered certified gold partners that are part of that program. But there's this group of people that are sort of in between. There's the small shops, okay, the web professionals are out there building local community churches. There's the groups that are out there that are focusing a lot on building their school website, or they just have a business that's largely around building small websites for customers. They're generally companies that are less than 10 people that make up their company. Then there's this other group of people, and there's this other group that says, hey, listen, I have a business that I want to start up, and geez, Microsoft's tools, they get started. We love them, can't do them right now, we can't afford the tools. We've tried to make that affordable to them through our BizSpark program. So the BizSpark program said, hey, listen, if you're looking to start a business, and you're less than 3 years old, your company makes less than $1 million, which is generally not hard for a company less than 3 years old.
Sure.
Privately held, and you're developing any type of software application. We don't really care. We don't care if it's, we'd love it to all be on .NET, but we know that there are people out there building solutions on other technologies for other platforms, but they may have to find themselves in a situation where, say, Lise, hey, I need to test against Microsoft's platform. We make our tools available to them for testing purposes. So the BizSpark program does not require that you have to build a Microsoft solution. If you just need our tools to develop against our platform or test against our platform, feel free to join BizSpark as a company, again, less than 3 years old, privately held, developing some sort of software application, and makes less than $1 million. Well, great. But then what if you're not an entrepreneurial organization? You're not focused on building software to sell from a shrink wrap perspective. What about us? We're a small company building those church websites, the school websites, maybe for small companies, right? Independent consultants. We came up with a program called Website Spark. Website Spark is for professional services organizations that are focused on building web applications that are generally on the Microsoft platform.
It has to be web applications.
It has to be web applications. It's usually not hard stretch for that, but it generally is. Most web professionals are going to be doing a whole conglomeration of development. So I wouldn't look at that as a hard, fast thing, because generally speaking, you're going to find yourself in a situation where maybe you're under contract to deliver a service over here, but you're also working on another project over here for a company that requires a web application. So it doesn't have to be branded as we only do web apps. If you have a company that's doing a diversity of application type, that's great. But what's great about this program is that if you're a privately held company, you're less than 10 people within your company, you can join Website Spark. Okay, Website Spark, again, gets you a collection of tools like Visual Studio 2010, Professional Edition that's out there now. It gives you the necessary server licenses to deploy and test against and so forth on Windows Server 2008 R2. So you have the ability to be empowered to use our tools for free to help your business grow. Okay, the only thing that we request of the people in the Website Spark program is that within 6 months you deploy a website, okay, that's running on Microsoft Windows Server 2008 R2 platform. Okay, it's an IIS-based ASP.NET application that's running out there. It's a very simple requirement. Nobody says how big, so sophisticated, how small. It just needs to deploy on our platform within 6 months of you signing up to the program. So it's a great thing. The only other thing is on the back end of each of these programs is that there's a $100 graduation fee or exit fee. So if you're still in business in 3 years as a private company in the BizSpark program, that's great news because 95% of the people are going to fail within 3 years. You can probably afford $100 to leave the program.
Sure.
In Website Spark, the same thing holds true. You exit the program, graduate from the program, it's a $100 exit fee. The nice news about the Website Spark program, though, is that when you exit, we also offer you what we call graduation special programs, where you can get the same developer tools and licenses that you had on your Website Spark for $999 a year renewal rate. So we do continue for a low-cost price to keep those tools within your business for a low-cost price offering.
So now, what does Microsoft get out of this?
Microsoft
hook people on Microsoft tools. Is that the idea?
Well, yeah. We hear that all the time. So, obviously, we want to encourage people. We do not want the price of our tools to be a hindrance to you considering that.
Well, yeah, but I mean, you're not going to make any money if specifically on this program, you're not making money.
We're not making
somewhere
money on
else
this
you're
program.
going to make money.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, so you'd see for yourself down the road from here. We would hope that a company who's making over $1 million, they can probably afford to pay for our licenses.
Okay, so your hope is that a couple of these companies that are startups now are going to grow into becoming large
That's right.
organizations, building Microsoft.
So the BizSpark companies, the entrepreneurial organizations are out there building solutions today, rich client, web-based, whatever they are, cloud-based applications. We figure, we feel that 3 years down the road from now, that company, if they're successful, we feel that they'll probably be able to afford our licenses. However, we also recognize 95% of them fail.
Sure.
Okay. The good news, though, is for those companies under the BizSpark program, if they do fail, they do have the skill sets. We want to make sure that those skill sets continue on for them. Many of those companies start a new business. They start a new business, they come back into the BizSpark program as a new business, they form a new company, new business, they start all over again, the tools are free for 3 more years.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it's a great sort of continuity aspect out there in terms of the business model, because lots of entrepreneurs, they're lifers. They love the thrill of the hunt, developing a solution that they can then make to solve real world problems, and we're just trying to empower them to be able to do that. Obviously for us, we want to see adoption of our platform. We want to see people embracing our tools. We want people to experience what they have to offer for them, and we want to take away the hindrance for the small guy, the startup, the people who are really trying to establish a presence within the market.
Okay, and how does somebody get involved in this program?
So you can go out to www.webspark, WebsiteSpark. That's www.websitespark.com. Okay, that'll take you to the Website Spark site, or you can go to Microsoft.com/BizSpark. If you have trouble finding either one, you just search on Bing on BizSpark or Bing on Website Spark, and you will certainly find those sites.
Okay, yeah. Do you have a web presence that you can call people to?
So I do as part of my partner evangelism mission that I work for Microsoft. You can find me at you can find me at blogs.msdn.com/USDevPartners. That's a national partner site that we host that actually Josh Holmes is also a contributor to out in the Michigan area. We also have the blogs.msdn.com/M as in Mary, P as in Paul, and as in Nancy, East. MPN East, that's a blog that we also maintain for East Region specific communications for the evangelism team. You can also Twitter with me at john.j.mcclelland, McClelland. That's long. That's my Twitter ID, so feel free to reach out and connect with me there.
All right, great. Well, John, thank you very much for your time.
You,
I know
David.
you got to talk to Give in a few minutes here. I appreciate it.
It's great. I appreciate it. And I look forward to seeing this up on the technologyandfriends.com site.
Awesome.